Dale. Okay, I'm going to try and be a little fair here. Let's start with 229, and then I'll go to 278. We're just going to get them a mic, and then we'll get going.
Felicidades, Guillermo, un placer.
Gracias.
¿Qué te gustaría que estos dos Óscares que has ganado representaran para todos los latinos que te están viendo? Y en tu discurso dijiste que era necesario tirar barreras.
Sí.
¿Podrías explicarnos un poquito?
Answer in Spanish or in English? En español. Para mí es importante porque el modelo a seguir, ¿no? Que tiene uno como joven es alguien de su profesión. Y para mí el modelo que es hermoso, que se puede escoger qué modelo seguir, cineastas comprometidos con la realidad, cineastas comprometidos con la irrealidad, pero con la verdad, ¿sí? Creo que la fantasía también conduce a la verdad y muchas veces no la tomamos como debe ser. Y ahora, en esta ceremonia, es muy bello para mí que una de las cosas más ricas de Latinoamérica es la fabulación, la posibilidad de soñar mundos, criaturas y fábulas, parábolas pertinentes para los momentos difíciles. Y espero que los jóvenes que están viendo, que trabajan en las artes plásticas, en la escritura, en el cine, que piensan que el fantástico es un camino a la verdad, lo puedan seguir. Gracias.
We're coming down to 278, and then we'll go to 113.
Hi, Julia Pierpont of Xinhua News of China.
Thank you.
At the Golden Globes, I asked you about how you balance the light and darkness, and you said, I'm Mexican. And you created a meme that's gone all around the world and affected millions of people.
Yes.
So the question is, how do we keep that? How do we help you keep that going? How do we stop the scapegoating of Mexico and really reaffirm your unique and magnificent culture?
Thank you. I think that every time we can demonstrate in any forum, be it sports, science, arts, culture, anywhere, what we have to bring to the world discourse, to the world conversation is extremely important. And it's extremely important when we do it to remember where we're from, because it's honoring your roots, honoring your country. You know, I'm going, my next stop is, I'm going to see my mom and my dad this week. I'm going back home with these two babies.
Love it.
Thank
We're
you.
going to 113, and then we'll go to 179.
Hi, here in the middle.
Oh,
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, congratulations. You spoke fondly about Fox Searchlight on stage, and I wonder if you know anything about the studio's future. Have you talked to anybody at Disney about it? Have they reached out to you? What can you say about that?
As they say here, it's above my pay rate, way above my pay rate. But what I know is I'm continuing conversations with them about future projects, you know, and you form bonds with a studio, but you form bonds with individuals, with people that support you. And whatever the diaspora goes or stays, you continue creating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to 179 and then 16.
Hi, from the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Hi there. How is this a victory for, you know, Hollywood North and the production going on in Canada? So much of this was done in Toronto.
I will let Miles answer that too. But I will say when we started this, Miles and I, we talked very, very seriously about creating this movie with heads of departments from Canada. We wanted to, you know, I've been there working for more than half a decade continuously. And we wanted to show the talent and showcase the talent of the HODs in Canada and make it something where you don't go and use a rebate and escape, you know. You go to use the talent, you go to have the artistry, you go to have the complicit creation with everybody there.
Yeah, as Guillermo said, we're very proud of the Canadian talent. And, you know, 30 years ago when the business just started up there, the people up there began to learn from the best in the world, and now they are some of the best in the world. So we were committed to using those people all across the board on the film, and we think it's a great moment for Canadian filmmaking. Obviously, you know, many more Oscar nominations than any other film for Canadians. So we feel like it's a real watershed moment. We're very proud.
We're going to 16, and then I'm sorry, we do have to wrap up. So
Hi, Guillermo, here in the back.
173.
Right here to your right to the back. Hey, Fabian Weintal for Latin America. I'm going to say it in English and Spanish so we all understand. In English is, in Toronto, when we talked, before the movie was released, you said that you didn't dare to dream about the Oscar, but if you had the chance, you wouldn't dare to write a speech and prepare that. So my question is, did you do it? Did you write? Did you think about doing it? And what did you have left to say? So in Spanish is en Toronto, cuando hablamos del Oscar, la película todavía ni se había estrenado y dijiste que justamente no soñabas con un Oscar, pero tampoco ibas a preparar ningún speech. Entonces, si hiciste lo prometido, ¿y qué te quedó por decir arriba del escenario?
The only time I wrote a speech was on the beginning, and I pulled out the paper and I couldn't read it, and I was sweating into my eyes, and I started just speaking from the heart. So what I wanted to do, what I did here is the same. I thought, I'm going to get there, and if I have a little piece of paper and I count down, it's horrible, because you see the numbers go back. So just talk about what you're feeling at that moment.
And did you have anything left to say that you don't have?
Oh, yes,
like
a
what?
lot. I have a lot of cousins, man.
Well, you can name it here.
Yes, I did.
Okay, we're going to move to 173 to wrap it up.
Guillermo, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
I write for the Baltimore Sun, and while we're very happy and proud to have been the setting for your movie, I'm wondering why did you choose Baltimore?
I fell in love when I was a kid. I fell in love with one of the primal trilogies in cinema for me. It's Barry Levinson's Baltimore trilogy. And I love the setting. And I know we screwed up with the accent. I'm very, very, very aware with that. But what I wanted was to capture that flavor. It's such an interesting mixture. The Catholic, the industrial, how near is to the ocean, all those things. And for me, it was mythical. Levinson invented so many things in those films. And of particular importance for Shape of Water was Tin Men, and the Cadillacs and Tin Men, and how they represent America. And that is in there. I think that those three films, Avalon, Diner, and Tin Men, are fabulous landmarks of American cinema. And then there's John Waters, man.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Bye.